All right, good afternoon. This is the crossword answer video for the animal adaptations and habitats and weather. You were asked to do 2 of them this week. Again, these are both 4th grade comments. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this in together and then we'll do weather next. All right, so I'm gonna start with my ones going across one specific type of animal. So that would be a species. Right? Humans are known as a species. We're one specific type of animal. They eat plants and meats. They're called, right? Omnivores. All organisms and non-living things. That's called an ecosystem. So that would include the trees, the animals, the rocks, the water, right? All organisms get their energy from these organisms get their energy from decaying matter. So they are called decomposers because they break down and decompose the dead things, whether it's a plant, a leaf, or even an animal. Blank adaptations, certain activities they perform. Remember, those are behavioral. That's 14. Right, behavioral adaptation. So maybe they hibernate like bears do in the winter time. They roll into a ball to protect themselves. They duck their head into their shell like turtles. And animal specific role in the community. Remember, that's called a niche. Where an animal lives naturally, that's its habitat. So where does it naturally live? And allows an animal to survive in their environment. So those would be adaptations. Right? They have to adapt to survive in their environment. Now I'm going to do the down. Only eats meat. That's number 1. It's a carnivore. Carnivore. Organisms that rely on others for their energy. Those are called consumers. So we are consumers. We have to eat other plants and animals to survive to get our energy. Organisms that create their own energy are called producers. All species in the same place at the same time. That's called a community. Right? We live in communities. All of the humans living in the same place at the same time. What is passed from one level of the food pyramid to another? That would be energy. That was which one? 6. Energy, right? Because as the plants make food, right, or energy, then it's eaten by, we'll just say the gopher, then the gopher's eaten by the bear, right? The energy is being passed. Only eats plants. That would be an herbivore. That was number 8. Herbivore. 10 blank adaptations are physical. So that would be a structural. Right, having stripes, having polar bears have black skin, so it can actually absorb a lot of heat. So things actually to the body that have changed. All of one species in the same place at the same time. That's called a population. And D12. An ecosystem is composed of living and non-living. All right, you also needed to have completed the weather one. All right, so large anvil-shaped clouds that bring thunderstorms. Those are cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus. All right, the big puffy storm, gray clouds. A tool that's used to measure wind speed. That's an anemometer. I'll make sure I spell it right. Anemometer. Fluffy white clouds with a flat bottom. Right, those are cumulus, like the big puffy, what you say, on a nice fair weather day. Cumulus. I'm looking up number 8. Cumulus. A tool used to measure temperature, that would be a thermometer. Make sure I'm spelling it. Thermometer. A tool, the measure of the amount of thermal energy in the atmosphere, that would be temperature. How much thermal energy, how much sun heat are we getting? What's the heat, the temperature? And let's do our downs. A person who studies weather, that would be a meteorologist. Again, I gotta make sure I spell meteorologist. A tool used to measure air pressure, that would be a barometer. Blank mass, a large body of air. So that would be air mass. Air mass is a large body of air. When a cold air mass pushes out a warm air mass, that's called a cold front. A layered gray clouds that are low and typically bring drizzle. Remember, those are our stratus. When a warm air mass pushes out a cold mass, then we're going to have a warm front. That's number 6. Warm front. Feather-like clouds, remember those are cirrus, the horse, at the very top of our sky, wispy. The weight of the air. That would be air pressure. And a tool used to measure rainfall would be a rain gauge. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys did well. See you next time.